What they need to show is action, not absenteeism. They need to show up, enforce the law as it is before they're given any further authority.
I try to keep the politics out of it at the federal and the state level, and I believe all of our county judges and mayors in our region do the same.
KFDM team coverage tonight. Reaction to the governor's comments in a KFDM interview in which he lashed out at some statewide elected officials, where the Jasper County judge believes responsibility should lie in fighting COVID-19.
A bunch of fighting between government officials is not going to help one single citizen of the state of Texas or Hardin County or Southeast Texas.
Our team coverage continues with Hardin County Judge Wayne McDaniel firing back at the governor's jab at local leaders. What Judge McDaniel says Greg Abbott should do next.
And a few lingering showers in the forecast this evening. Drier weather as far as the temperature goes. That'll be on the way up as well coming up next few days.
Live from the KFDM studios, you're watching KFDM 6 News at 6.
Thank you for joining us on KFDM News at 6. Tiffany Murphy will join us shortly from the newsroom. We do have team coverage for you tonight on the fallout from KFDM's exclusive interview with Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Tiffany interviewed the governor live last night. She asked him about the state's COVID-19 response. Texas now has more than 200,000 COVID cases. That's double the numbers from less than 3 weeks ago. Beaumont with 87 new cases today and nearly 200 since Saturday. Some county judges and mayors want more authority to issue orders, including stay-at-home orders. The governor blasted them, and some are returning fire.
I found one thing to be consistent. All of these local officials who are asking to shut Texas back down, they've absolutely refused to enforce the current executive orders that are already in place. What they need to show is action, not absenteeism. They need to show up, enforce the law as it is before they're given any further authority. They ask for more and more, but they do absolutely nothing. Here's the reality. Every single one of these executive orders that have been issued were done based upon the advice of doctors to ensure that if these executive orders were enforced as local authorities have had the ability to do so, it would stop the spread of the coronavirus.
And again, that interview with Governor Abbott was yesterday right here on KFDM News. Our KFDM team coverage focuses on Jasper and Hardin County. Hardin County Judge Wayne McDaniel has raised questions for several weeks about the governor's orders, saying they've led to confusion and directing anyone who has questions to call the governor's office to sort it all out. KFDM's Rocio De La Fe has that report in just a minute. We begin our team coverage with Paige Hubbard, who's with me in the studio tonight. Paige, you spoke with Jasper County Judge Mark Allen.
Greg, Judge Allen comes from a law enforcement and military background, so his no-nonsense approach in response to the governor's words should come as no surprise. He tells me he's focusing on the people and not politics because that's what's most important. Jasper County Judge Mark Allen is taking the high road, putting politics last and keeping his constituents first.
I don't really get too deep into, well, what did the governor say, or what did what did one of our federal partners say, or anything like that, or even some of the other counties. They've got a whole different dynamic than what we have here in Southeast Texas and in Jasper County.
Judge Allen says each county is different and equally has different needs, so it's not fair for the governor to paint them all with one brush.
I think that every county is different. Every city is different within each county, and we all have different needs.
Governor Abbott's doing a lot the same thing that President Trump's doing. He's trying to abdicate his responsibility.
Bill Barabas is an insurance broker in Jasper County who believes the governor needs to regionalize COVID responses and take responsibility for his actions.
I just wish we had some leadership, both on the national level and on the state government level, that wasn't more interested in deferring responsibility as they are in protecting the population of Texas. That's the way it feels to me.
Jasper County currently has 39 active cases and 93 total confirmed cases, a low number compared to densely populated Texas counties. But the Jasper area economy has taken a hit during the pandemic, and that's why Judge Allen says we must be mission-oriented until we get a vaccine.
We all should be united, and we should all work together. It's a virus. we should blame the virus. We should worry about defeating the virus and moving forward with our lives and our counties and our state and our nation and protecting our people. That's what we need to do.
And in a neighboring county, Rocio De La Fe reports in our team coverage the response from Hardin County Judge Wayne McDaniel.
A week after predicting Governor Abbott would lash out at local officials for the spike in COVID-19 cases in the state, Hardin County Judge Wayne McDaniel is responding to the governor's jab at county judges and mayors. The governor said judges need to show up and enforce the law as it is before they're giving any further authority. But Judge McDaniel says that's not the case.
Well, by the state legislature, we have that authority. He's taken it away from us. So we're not asking for authority. I do wish that he would return local control to the local governments. But as far as county judges and mayors enforcing a governor's executive order, we're not enforcers.
Judge McDaniel says he agrees with Governor Abbott on not issuing further stay-at-home orders and not shutting down businesses again, and believes it would force Texans into poverty.
There's no appetite for that now, and I have no desire to do that again myself. We're not Houston, we're not Dallas, and we're not Austin.
He says the governor's executive orders are confusing.
Are they enough? They probably are. I just think maybe it could be handled better.
Overall, Judge McDaniel is supportive of the governor's leadership during the pandemic, but insists that he should increase communication among officials across the state.
I ask him to return to what we started, and that is talking often about the issues that we have, and let's work together on getting those resolved and keeping people safe.
Working through challenges for a better outcome. In Kuntz, Rocio De La Fe, KFDM 6 News.
And at last count, Hardin County had almost 300 cases of COVID-19 and 5 deaths. Judge McDaniel says if there is any silver lining, it's that they have not had a death in close to 50 days. Greg? Meantime, responses to Governor Abbott's statements on KFDM continue to pour in from across the state of Texas. One of the strongest reactions coming from former Congressman Beto O'Rourke, who was a former presidential candidate, saying, quote, Abbott opens Texas too soon, issues mask orders too late, denies local leaders authority to contain the virus, causing uncontrolled COVID spread. Many hospitalized and soon dead because of his negligence, and then blames local officials. Pathetic. Resign. Our team coverage continues tonight at 10. Our Sinclair stations in Austin, San Antonio, Abilene, and Amarillo are taking in reaction from county judges and mayors. They are stung by the governor's criticism. KFDM's Angel San Juan is listening to their reaction, and he'll bring that to us tonight in a new report right here at 10 o'clock. Unfolding right now, we are learning hospitals in Jefferson County are once again maxed out because of COVID-19. ICU capacity is at 86 beds at 3 hospitals, and all 86 are in use tonight. There are some extra beds in use for the surge in patients, but the ICU cap is at 86. While COVID cases in Texas close in on 211,000, the need for recovered COVID-19 plasma donations is also growing. Right now, Baptist Hospital, part of a Mayo Clinic study looking at the effects of convalescent plasma and its potentially life-saving properties. Doctors there are calling it a magic serum. Plasma itself, doctors say, is one of the most important parts of treating a hospitalized COVID patient, but right now, it's in incredibly short supply. In fact, for certain blood types, there is no convalescent plasma available. The hospital and LifeShare Blood Center are working to get the word out, pleading for donations to save lives.
This is one of the most concerning times I've seen, and that's because so many of our normal blood donors, of our normal groups that hold blood drives, are not doing those things.
Tonight at 10, we'll hear from a nurse who sees the effects of COVID-19 firsthand and survived the disease, how she is now paying it forward to Southeast Texans, and her strong warning for those who aren't taking the coronavirus seriously.
Well, rain is moving out of the forecast for the time being, but with that, more heat. Let's check in now with Greg Bostwick. And yeah, it's summer, but when you start dicing in the humidity with the heat, it gets pretty bad.
Yeah, we'll see some mid to upper 90s coming this weekend. Now, we're not quite done with all the rain because we're going to show you a big storm still occurring up around Wildwood in just a second. We're down the coastline, Sabine Pass, looking back toward the southeast, Do Good and Wortham Roofing. There are a lot of cloud cover in place there. And there's that thunderstorm. It's not a big one, but it's sitting right over Wildwood there, just to the northwest of Koontz, and some lighter rain around Woodville. In fact, look at the rainfall rate there at Wildwood at the golf course, over 5 inches per hour. It's already up to 2/3 of an inch of rain right now and 79 degrees, but it's very small and it'll be dissipating pretty soon. We have a drier forecast, and certainly not the humidity dryer, but the risk of rain is dropping. We'll have that for you in a few minutes.
Developing tonight, Lamar University preparing for a return to face-to-face classes this fall, but the COVID-19 pandemic makes that difficult to guarantee. Since March, students have done only online learning. KFDM's Victoria White reports on the cost of college and why some students want a choice.
Dungson Hahn is studying online this summer at Lamar University. Many common areas are empty during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Just lonely and sad.
Colleges across the country are grappling with expenses like paying faculty, and students are wondering if the price to attend virtually will be the same as in person.
There's a misconception that if you get things online, that it's cheaper. And maybe some commodities are, but higher education, no matter the delivery system, the cost is the same.
Lamar credited some money to students' dining and housing accounts last semester in response to COVID-19. They've made computers accessible in dorms and libraries and Wi-Fi in parking lots.
So we've done everything we can to continue to allow students to use the campus the way they need the campus to continue their education.
Lamar says it's hoping to be back in the fall, even if it's a mix of online and face-to-face classes.
Face-to-face, person-to-person is preferable for everybody, but as far as connecting and looking someone in the eye and being in touch, you can do that online, and that's what our professors have been doing.
Hahn says he agrees with online choices being an option to protect people from the coronavirus, but prefers face-to-face learning.
Just being in the same area with a professor and me and like my co-classmates, that makes me to more concentrated into this class, and I can more get into it.
Still, is this drastically different college experience worth the same to students?
I don't think it is the same quality of lecture.
In Beaumont, Victoria White, KFDM 6 News.
Lamar says, like many classes, music classes have found ways to connect virtually at the same time students would normally attend class. Well, they've received too many positive patients, so now one Texas hospital has built a separate spot so they can continue to treat. A look at the makeshift hospital.
Other than some heavy storms right now up in Tyler County, things will be drying out as we work through the next few days. Heat is building.